everyone, I am excited to share my analysis of the Order of Melchizedek by Nick Joaquin using the formalist approach. The formalist approach focuses on the story itself, its themes, characters, structure, and symbols without considering the author's life or the historical context. These allow us to concentrate on how these elements work together to create meaning. The Order of Melchizedek is a fascinating and mysterious story. Through its layers of symbolism and its exploration of destiny, religion, and family, Joaquin opens a window into the Filipino psyche. Today, I will walk you through a summary of the story, the key themes, and a deeper analysis of the literary elements, all of which help to enrich our understanding of the text. The story begins with Isidro Cid Estiba, who returns to Manila after spending a decade in San Francisco. As he arrives at the airport, he is handed a card by a woman in green. A stampede occurs when a pop star visits the airport, and Cid loses sight of the woman. He later encounters a girl with a man who asks him for the card, but Cid can't find it in his pockets. Cid's journey takes us a strange turn when the taxi driver he hired takes him off course, leading to a dangerous situation, where Sid is stripped by two men who are searching for the card. Sid managed to escape, eventually meeting Mrs. Borja, who helps him. He finds out that the card is a schedule with a sketch of a toothbrush on top, which becomes a symbol in the story. Sid continues his journey to his sister Adela's house, but he's soon caught up in a bigger mystery involving a religious movement. He learns that the card and the people he meets are connected to a religious figure named Father Melchor, who claims to be the order or the prophet Melchizedek. This religious movement has a mysterious history, and Sid is dragged deeper into it, eventually discovering that his sister Gia is involved with this group. Through a series of events including mysterious encounters with people like Dr. Lagman and Pray Calzon, Sid uncovers the dark secrets of the religious movement. Despite the danger, Sid rejects the group, symbolizing his decision to follow his own path rather than be trapped by his family's expectations and beliefs. By the end of the story, Sid burns the possession he had inherited from the group, signaling his final break from the past and the tradition that tried to control him. He chooses to define his own future, free from the constraints of religion and family tradition. The story of the Order of Melchizedek explores several important themes, with the central one being the conflict between tradition and personal freedom. Sid's journey is a constant struggle between the expectation of his family and his desire to find his own identity. This theme is significant because many people in society face the challenge of choosing between following what their family or society expects of them and pursuing their personal goals and beliefs. One of the major themes is self-discovery. Sid's journey is not just about escaping the religious group, but about really realizing who he truly is and what he wants from life. His refusal to follow the religious group is an act of self-liberation as he searches for something that aligns with his own beliefs, rather than the imposed belief of his family and society. The power of symbols also plays a big role in the story. For example, the toothbrush symbolizes Sid's faith as something we use daily, and in the story, it represents the end of Sid's journey, a routine act that symbolizes the end of his old path and the beginning of a new one. The life-size painting of Sid's father is another symbol of family unity, showing how the past and tradition bind the characters together. Now let's talk about the literary techniques used by Joaquin. One of the most important elements of the story is its narrative structure. The story is written in the third person with an omniscient narrator who provides insight into the thoughts and feelings of the characters. These allow us to understand Sid's inner conflict and the choices he faces. It also helps us build suspense as we are given information about the religious movement and its leaders before Sid fully understands it. Another key aspect of the story is its use of symbolism. As mentioned earlier, the toothbrush symbolizes Sid's faith, and the life-size painting represents family ties. The pregnant virgin figure, which appears a few times in the story, symbolizes the idea that destiny will come to you, no matter how unprepared or unwilling you may be. These symbols help to deepen the meaning of the story and create connections between the characters' personal journey and larger ideas about life, identity, and tradition. Joaquin also uses foreshadowing to build tension in the story. For example, the mysterious card in the strange encounter Sid has with people like Mrs. Borja and Father Melchor gives readers clues about what's to come. These moments of foreshadowing keep us engaged as we are eager to find out what will happen next. The theme of personal versus family identity is explored through Sid's relationship with his sister Gia and his father's painting. While Gia is fully involved in the religious movement, Sid chooses to reject it, highlighting the differences in how they view their family's values. This conflict also shows how each person defines themselves based on their family ties. But ultimately, we ultimately must make decisions about their own identity. After analyzing the story, I'd like to make a judgment based on the themes, characters, and the moral dilemmas presented. The central question of the story is about the struggle between tradition and personal freedom. Sid's decision to break away from the religious group and his family's expectation could be seen as both an act of self-liberation and rebellion. On one hand, Sid's rejection of the traditional way of life is empowering. He seeks to define his own destiny, and in doing so, he challenges the structures that have bound him and his family for years. His choice to burn the possessions and leave the religious movement or group at the end represent his personal growth and freedom. In conclusion, the Order of Melchizedek is a deeply philosophical story that challenges the reader to think about the balance between tradition and personal freedom. Sid's journey of self-discovery is powerful, and the story's use of symbolism and foreshadowing adds layers to its meaning. Through Sid's rejection of his family's beliefs and the religious group, we see the tension between following your family's path and carving your own. This story teaches us that personal growth often involves difficult decisions, and sometimes those decisions come with sacrifices. Sid's journey reminds us that we must define our own identity even when it goes against the expectations of others.